2. Check, check, 1. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Hello. I'm gonna give it like one more minute. Let people join in. Maybe I'll just play a little instrumental or something. Looks like the camera might be pointed a little down. Well, thanks for joining me tonight. All right, that sounds good. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm going to start like I did last time with a song that I've been listening to a lot lately. We'll go from there. Just about a year ago, I set out on the road, seeking my fame and fortune, looking for a pot of gold. Things got bad and things got worse, I guess you know the tune. Oh Lord, stuck in a low die again. Rode in on a greyhound, I'll be walking out if I go. I was just passing through, must be 7 months or more. I ran out of time and money, looks like they took my friends. Oh Lord, I'm stuck in a low die again. Man from the magazine, he said I was on my way, and somewhere I lost connections, ran out of songs to play. I came into town a one-night stand, looks like my pants fell through. Oh Lord, stuck in a low die again. If I only had $1 for every song I sung, and every time I had to play while people sat there drunk, you know I'd catch the next train back to where I live. Oh Lord, stuck in a low die again. Oh Lord, stuck in a low die again. Oh Lord, stuck in a low die again. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Is it working, Joe? Cool. Well, that was Creedence, CCR, who for some reason just been like listening to them a ton lately, and I loved them when I was a kid. Like I remember our first ever concert we did with me and my brother and our first drummer. It was like an 8th grade dance, and we played Bad Moon Rising. And I guess I've liked him ever since. I just think John Fogerty makes it seem super easy, and it's not. So, um, so during that 8th grade dance, we did do an original song of mine because I just started writing songs. But I'm not going to sing that song tonight because it was called "Slow Burning Rain," and you can imagine with the title like "Slow Burning Rain" that yeah, I don't want to sing that one tonight. But I'm going to sing something from when I was a teenager. We'll jump forward a few years until like 18, and this is a song actually released on the record called "The Flood." It's called "Between the Lines." Thanks again for joining me tonight. She got the best of me. She brought me down right in close, shook me up, I do believe, showed me how the feeling goes. She took my feet off the table, and I picked her up off the ground. Love is much better than cable, staying with the station I found. Sweetheart, there'll be days when you fall from me, and time just gets in the way. Well, you should know, late in the evening, when you lay your body down to rest in your big white bed, pull the sheets up, darling, you're my best friend. I'll stay in between the lines. Find me on the radio dial, somewhere down below these rhymes. I've got one hell of a smile. God, I love the way she flows. I watched her for a half an hour, shaky but I do suppose I've got no reason to doubt her. Sweetheart, there'll be days when you'll fall for me, when time just gets in the way. Well, you should know, late in the evening, when you lay your body down to rest in your big white bed, pull the sheets up, darling, you're my best friend. I heard the power and fury of the world come knocking. Lines get a little bit blurry, things get a little too shocking. Stick to the open road, stay with me. We've got places to go, just wait and see. Sweetheart, there'll be days when you fall for me, but time just gets in the way. Well, you should know, late in the evening, when you lay your body down to rest in your big white bed, pull the sheets up, darling, you're my best friend. All right. That was called Between the Lines. And let's see. Well, I'm in a band called Painted Shield. I think I mentioned that last time, and some of you might have checked out the record. It's a band with Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam, and Matt Chamberlain on drums, and Brittany Davis on keyboards and vocals. So we put out our first record last November, and then we're just finishing up our new one. So hopefully that'll be out sometime later this year. So that's more of like an electric keyboards, more bombastic stuff. And then also in the meantime, I'm starting to record my new solo record, also going to be on Loose Groove Records, Stone's record label. And that's going to be way more acoustic, more probably what you're used to. I guess I've done electric stuff a lot too, but it'll be a more acoustic record. And my last record was 3 years ago, but it was actually recorded 4 years ago. So it's been a 4-year chunk of writing. And so I'm really excited to get these songs out. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to play a couple tonight. This is a song that'll probably be on there. It's a song called Tomorrow. Beauty that we know is beauty that we borrow. The love that we help grow will build a new tomorrow. Tomorrow. You were my only one. I knew you were my only one. Tomorrow. No need to explain. We feel it in our bones. No more endless pain. No more being lonely. Tomorrow. I knew you were my only one. I knew you were my only one. Tomorrow. So that's a new one. I hope to have that record out sometime this fall. That's what my goal is, but I'm not the only one in charge of that, or only circumstance that controls that. So hopefully as soon as it's done, we'll have it out. Let's see. Let's go back to a record of mine called Blood of Man. This is a song called Tourist. It's who you are now, who you wanna be now, or are you someone you don't wanna be? It's what you want what you really wanted, or is it nothing like your dream? Mama, there's a hole in the life we made, thousands of people laughing in the shade, pointing their fingers at the mess we've made. There's a tourist in every heart that just wants to stay. Winter's coming and it's time to go. It's already over, we just didn't know. They're stacking up wood where the flowers grow. There's a tourist in every heart that can't wait to go. It's who you are now, who you wanna be now, or are you someone you don't wanna be? It's what you wanted, what you really wanted, or is it nothing like your dream? Honey, there's a boat and it waits for us. Somewhere there's a time and a place for us. It could be perfect if it wasn't for us. 'Cause Mama, we're in love with a memory, a perfect dream of how it used to be, when our hair was windy and our nights were free. That tourist in every heart sees what it wants to see. It's who you are now, who you wanna be now, or are you someone you don't wanna be? It's what you wanted, really what you wanted, or is it nothing like your dream? That's a song called Tourist. I was thinking about that song. That's one of my favorites. I'm not supposed to have favorites of my own songs, but that one I really I like that one. And I was thinking of kind of where that songwriting style came from for me, and I was thinking of what one of my early inspirations of kind of that kind of lyrical song meets poetry kind of world is this guy Joe Henry. Some of you are probably familiar with him if you like my music. I'm sure you've maybe heard of him. And I just loved his stuff when I was a teenager, and especially like "Kindness to the World," that record, and I liked it so much. I wrote him a letter one time, like a fan letter, when I was a teenager, and he wrote me back a postcard, and it was so awesome. The guy wrote me back when I was 18 or 19 years old, and was just so cool. And then I sent him my first record, and he was like telling me like what he liked about it, and so I've just been a fan ever since. And I found myself, it's Bob Dylan's birthday tomorrow. I was thinking about this because he and I were both part of this movie called I'm Not There, where Cate Blanchett and a couple other people play Bob Dylan. And we did a show together at that after that movie came out in New York City at the Beacon Theater, and it was really cool. And at the end of the night, it found me and Joe Henry ended up on the front of the stage singing All Along the Watchtower with Questlove on drums and a bunch of other people on stage. And it was pretty cool to have it come full circle like that. So I was thinking about that, and I thought I'd do one of Joe's songs tonight that I just love. That was really inspirational to me. It's a song called Trampoline. So. The floor will have its way, it seems. It fights me like a trampoline. it won't let me on the ground. So this time I'm not coming down. No, this time I'm not coming down. I've been talking in my sleep. You once kissed me not to hear me speak. Love me just so you could leave. Every bit of life run out of me. This time I'm not coming down. This time I'm not coming down. Trampoline. Trampoline. This whole platoon is overfed, and we're in this thing over our heads. My mind has never been so clear, but I stutter like an auctioneer as the night has come alive with dreams that hoot and holler, spit and scream. One of all of them thick with lust. Every one of them will outlive us. This time I'm not coming down. This time I'm not coming down. Trampoline. Trampoline. And if I really thought I could, I'd give up your ghost for good. I'm not sure it isn't you who keeps my ghost from leaving too. But I don't miss you half as much as who you made me think I was, when I could see myself the way you do. I could almost see myself in you. I could almost see myself in you. This time I'm not coming down. This time I'm not coming down. This time I'm not coming down. This time I'm not coming down.
That's good old Joe Henry.
Well, you want to hear a new one? The cool thing about doing these kind of shows is I can say, you want to hear a new one? And then I imagine the whole crowd going, fuck yeah, we want to hear a new one? That's all we want to hear, new ones. And instead of like in a theater where you're like, want to hear a new one? And some guy's like, I'd rather have a glass in my face, a broken glass up through my nose, than to hear you do a new one. So that's kind of the benefit of this. So I hear you. A new one? Thanks for asking. Yeah, let's do another new one. So this is another one that I just wrote in the last year. It's a song called "The Underground." Definitely down that same lineage of like, I guess down the lineage of songs I like. So songs I like, I make the songs that I like to hear and I like to sing. So it's another one of those. It's called "The Underground." Ghosts and vampires fill my mind. Goddamn waste of my sweet time. You already knew that I had a price price on my head. Still you followed me down into the blue instead, into the underground. And your friendship saved my life. This could never happen twice. And we turned out to be joined at the hip from the very first sip. Oh yes, no one could have guessed that we'd live our best years now here in the underground. Hold your horses a sec before you sign your name on that check. 'Cause hey, we may wanna stay down where real love is found, here in the underground, here in the underground, here in the underground. You knew this record was going to have some love songs about my baby who's over there. So, sorry, that's where it's at right now. All right, so I'm going to change instruments. And let's see, what am I going to do? All right. Is that coming through okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Move this over. Got some hi-fi stuff going on. So this song, I'm doing these handwritten lyric prints, and we have them for sale on Crystal Chariot. There's a link in the YouTube. So this is one of the new ones I just did. I did a Be Here Now one too. Be Here Now sold out really quick, so I did a different print for Be Here Now with colored drawings and stuff. So that's up there too, and you can check that out. Much appreciated the support during this time of no touring. So thank you. And this song called Something About Your Love. Ain't no modern love gonna set me free like the kind of love that you give to me. I'm coming home to be with you. I'm coming home to be with you. Something about your love, something about your love, something about your love, something about your love. And this whole wide world goes in and out of style. All I want, baby, is to see you smile. I'm coming home to be with you. I'm coming home. Something about your love, something about your love, something about your love, something about your love. all the shiny things in the window fade. All that's real is the love we made. I'm coming home to be with you. I'm coming home to be with you. Something about your love, oh, something about your love, something about your love, oh, something about your love. That's Something About Your Love. And I thought it'd be fun too. I was thinking about piano songs, and kind of one of the fun things about doing these kind of shows too is I can explain where songs came from and stuff like that. And there's a song of mine that I released. It's called Duluth. It was on Birds Flying Away, and some people might not know that song was actually like, it had chords and it was like a fingerstyle acoustic guitar song, and then piano. There's a piano version of it too. And then we got in the studio, and there's this drummer that I was playing with at the time named Edgar, and he was from Brazil, and he was just an amazing drummer. And he started playing this beat, and then Rob Scoro, the bass player at the time, was playing upright bass, and I was like, oh, let's just play that song like without any chords, and let's just sing it and have that cool drum beat. And so it never got released as like the chordal song that it was. So I thought I'd play the song Duluth, the piano version of it tonight, so you can hear kind of where the original song kind of came from, and then it transformed into something else. This is another song that definitely has a lot of there's Joe Henry, like you could tell I was listening to Joe Henry back then with some of the language and some of the way he talks got into my, sort of like how Bob Dylan really loved Woody Guthrie. Young me loved Joe Henry, so you can kind of hear that. Maybe you can. Maybe it's just me that can hear it. But anyways, this is a song called Duluth. Nobody says the things he says. Nobody moves like he moves. Nobody makes me feel this way. I'm gonna marry that boy, oh Lord. I'm gonna marry that boy. And oh, my mother said to me, girl, you better watch yourself, 'cause a railroad man is an absent man. I'm gonna marry that boy, oh Lord. I'm gonna marry that boy. Marry him in his Easter clothes. Marry me in white. Beneath a canopy of unearthly light. And our friends and family will all come to say, God bless this union, God bless this day. And oh, mother, nothing compares, nothing even comes close to the way he comes up under me. I'm gonna marry that boy, oh Lord. I'm gonna marry that boy. Marry him in his Easter clothes. Marry me in white. Beneath a canopy of unearthly light. And our friends and families will all come to say, burdens will be mine. Soon this love will set us free, and all my hope lies with him now. I'm gonna marry that boy, oh Lord. I'm gonna marry that boy. I'm gonna marry that boy, oh Lord. I'm gonna marry that boy. Something like that. That's Duluth, which is a city in the northern part of Minnesota. For those of you who are from different countries or different states, it's a cool city. It's right on the edge of Lake Superior, and it's like up. There's kind of like a Minnesota's pretty much flat, but then when you get up there, there's just kind of hill, and it's a city on the side of this big hill against Lake Superior, and it just kind of gets really bludgeoned in the winter, and it's got a real cool heavy vibe up there. So you should check it out sometime. Well, while we're on the tip of on the topic and of songwriters that I love, there's a guy that right around the same time that was hugely influence on me. Also, his name is Elliott Smith, but it was more like my stuff kind of came out similar time as his, and I just remember hearing his voice in the movie Good Will Hunting. I remember sitting in the theater, and Good Will Hunting was still is one of my favorite movies, and his voice just completely arrested me. I was like, this is unbelievable. And the songcraft was he's just touched. It just seems like to me, he died, but when he was alive, I mean, his songs were clearly to me somebody using music and songwriting as a way to save his life, and totally heartbroken when he died. I saw him play about 3 times, and the first 2 times were in this really small club and really, really empty. Pretty much, the first one was pretty empty, and the second was gaining momentum. But by the 3rd time I saw him, he was playing these packed places, and it was awesome. It was so cool to see how these people love this level of songcraft. And my friend Scott McPherson, who plays drums with me now, was his drummer for those final years too, and pretty cool to hear the stories and stuff. So I thought I'd do an Elliott song tonight in memory, but also just because the songs will live on forever. This is a song called Fond Farewell. Light bright's now black and white, 'cause they took apart a picture that wasn't right. Pitch burning on a shining sheet, the only maker that you wanna meet. A dying man in a living room, whose shadow paces the floor. He'll take you out any open door. This is not my life, it's just a fond farewell to a friend. It's not what I'm like, it's just a fond farewell to a friend who couldn't get things right. A fond farewell to a friend. He said, really, I just wanna dance. Good and evil match perfect, it's a great romance. And I can deal with some psychic pain if it'll slow down my higher brain. Veins full of disappearing ink, vomiting in the kitchen sink, disconnecting from the missing link. This is not my life, it's just a fond farewell to a friend. It's not what I'm like, it's just a fond farewell to a friend who couldn't get things right. A fond farewell to a friend. I see you leaving me and taking up with the enemy. The cold comfort of the in-between, a little less than a human being, a little less than a happy high, a little less than a suicide. The only things that you really try. This is not my life, it's just a fond farewell to a friend. It's not what I'm like, a fond farewell to a friend who couldn't get things right. A fond farewell to a friend. Thank you. Well, thank you so much again for listening tonight and tuning in. I said I'd do 10 songs. That was 9 songs, plus a little instrumental at the beginning, but I'm not going to count that. And again, thank you so much for the support. I want to make sure this is free for all, but donations are appreciated. There's a Venmo link if you're so inclined. Also, Josie's weavings are for sale. My paintings are for sale, and thanks for everybody who's bought in those and the handwritten lyric prints, and so much appreciated. So hope this music is resonating with you. And I thought I'd end tonight with a song of mine. It's called Jackson Square. It's about New Orleans, and I guess on the record it's more like a rock song and stuff, but it's also the kind of original way I wrote it was just, guitar, harmonica, and I'll play it that way tonight for you. And again, thanks so much for tuning in. And dust cloud coming off an old dirt road that leads up here to this little graveyard. 7 lights in a perfect row. Under each light is a police car. And just because you say it doesn't make it true. You can say that I'm guilty, man, I just don't care. You can burn my body black, just don't make me go back to Jackson Square. I met you on Decatur Street with your little bare feet and your violin. I was walking by with my guitar in my hand. You smiled at me and I jumped right in. Before I knew it, you were all I knew. Every moment together was an answered prayer. After a while we had some money saved up and we rented a room over Jackson Square. One day everything changed. Your eyes got strange, you didn't seem yourself. You'd go to tell a story and you'd start out fine. Halfway through it, you'd be somewhere else. And I started having the strangest dream. You held a string and looked up in the air. And I was flying through the strangest light, drifting out of sight over Jackson Square. Life is something that you can't control. When you try to hold on to it, it makes you let go. Things are not like they were before. I can hear her crying through the bathroom door. She says she hears spirits all around the room, and they're telling her things that make her feel scared. I've no idea what to do. We're both in over our heads on Jackson Square. Good God. I woke up with the weight on my chest. People were screaming on the street below. I reached for you, I was alone in the bed. Wind was blowing through an open window. And suddenly I was very old in a little boat, absolutely nowhere, staring at the side of the universe and your tiny body down on Jackson Square. And don't tell me that there ain't no end. There damn well is, and it waits in the wings. I see you kneeling there at center stage in your tiny cage made of angel wings, while I'm here every night loading my gun and trying not to go there. Anyone who says that life is clear has never seen a mirror or been to Jackson Square. From our house to yours, much love. Good night.